Yep, y'all know what it is. We a day late, all right? We have reasons for that, but we here now. So before we get started with episode 55 of the Smoke Pit, of course, you know I'm your boy, Mac, aka your boy, and your mic, is that my mic or your mic? Because that shit is popping and jumping all over the place.
It's probably.
Oh.
Let me get my shit. Maybe starting like this. Hold on.
What's good, Emperor? I see you in here, Emperor King Will. Appreciate you jumping in with the first comment of the night. Sound good. It sound like you 8 miles away from the mic, though. It's all, are you using the mic on your headphones? Oh. Don't worry, people. We'll fix this in post editing. We learning.
All right, what about now?
Oh, that's perfect, my guy.
Good. All right, let's roll.
Perfect. All right, like I said, I'm the homie Mac, aka your boy. Then a homie over. I keep forgetting to point the opposite way. You know what it is, my man.
Native Kelvin's Kate Lee. Welcome to episode 55 of the Smoke Pit, man. This is a very special Saturday edition. Shout out to Saturday Night Nerds too, bro. So shout out to Emperor King Will, Deontay, Jackie, Mike, all those guys over there, man. Shout out to y'all.
Most definitely. Let us first say thank you guys for letting us borrow Saturday, which is normally reserved for the Saturday Night Nerds. Letting us jump in here. But in tribute to them, this is going to kind of be a joint thing. It'll be posted on the Smoke Pit, and then we'll also post it over Saturday Night Nerds podcast as well. Because this is a very nerd-centric episode. We're going to talk about, we ranking all the current Marvel Cinematic Universe films from worst to best. In honor, because last weekend I saw Shang Chi, and I was just like, Marvel is back in their cinematic bag after what Black Widow was. So I'm glad to see they get their shit together and start giving us some quality movies. If you want to go ahead and share the link, Mac, I'm gonna go through the formalities.
Go ahead. I'm trying to find my phone. Go ahead. Run through it. I got you.
All right, bet. So as always, we want to shout out our big three sponsors, Plug Earbuds, GetThePlugs.com, audioswim.com, and Premier Element UAE at PremierElement.com. We got the Bandcamp going with all the dad feeling music. Go ahead and check them out. Lowest $5 a month. Get in there, or as low as $3 a month you can get in there. So thatfeeling.bandcamp.com. Go ahead and support it. New music every week on there. The Patreon is going to be popping off soon. I am reinvigorated. I went to a comedy show last night. I'm ready to get back on this comedy stuff. So a lot of my stuff that I'm going to be practicing before I do it on stage, I will be posting it to the DFPN Patreon to get you guys' opinion on it. So if you want to check that out, and also when I do get on stage for these open mics, I'm going to have them recorded, and then, of course, I'm going to upload them to the Patreon over here as well. So if you want to support me and follow me on my comedy shit, it'll be over there as well, as well as bonus content, ad-free episodes of the podcast, all that good stuff over on DFPN Patreon at patreon.com/dadfeelingpodcast. Of course, we got the merch over at Teespring, so just check us out. The link is below, or if you're listening and you don't want to type this long ass address, this link here, go ahead and just go to teespring.com and search for That Feeling Podcast Network. Our store should pop up, and you should be good to go seeing all our everything we have to offer for us there. Cool. All right, man. Let me know when you're done sharing the link.
Yep, I'm almost there, my guy.
So the reason why we're doing this on a Saturday is we were going to do this Friday, but I already had tickets. Me and my wife are going to check out the hilarious Kev on stage to hear more. And that chick Angel, they're doing the slightly problematic tour part 2. This was a show that was supposed to happen February of 2020. But of course, you know, COVID was a super thing that was going down, and they postponed it a lot. So it came back around. They came back to Tempe last night, and we went and checked them out, and it was amazing. It's good to see. You know, it was just cool to see because I've been following these cats when they was on All Def Digital, doing the comedy skits and stuff like that before they were super well known. And to see where he's at now, Kev and all these guys on their grind and what they've been trying to do, man, it's super inspiring. And it got me reinvigorated to get out there and go do stuff. And went and supported them, bought the swag to hear more, the More Mob. I was going to get more, but it was $25 a shirt, and I wasn't about to just go out there and throw all that money out there like that. But I'm going to slowly get their merch. Like I said, I'm here to support everybody who's up and coming and stuff. So that's where I'm at. But that's why we coming up here Saturday night to bless y'all with the good, yeah, there you go, Skibbity Paps. Tony Baker wasn't with him, though. He was here last weekend, but I wasn't able to get to that one. But shout out to the whole crew, Kev on Stage Studios, Tony Baker, to hear more, all them good guys, man. If you have a chance to see these guys, if they're coming to a town or a city near you, just go check them out. Tickets are reasonably priced, you know, it ain't nothing crazy like that, but nice. Yeah, go check them out, man.
Yeah, but also, I'm gonna go check out Tony because he does a lot of shows out here, and I need to go see him.
That man is ridiculously funny, man. It's crazy that he's not as bigger than he already is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The mic is doing it again.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's like. All right, I got you good now.
All right, that's weird.
Let me know if no. Bro, it is popping like popcorn. All right, yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. I switched to the camera mic, so hopefully it sounds good. But yeah, I'm in need of a new mic now, so fuck it.
Bro, we got the the money in the account, bro. Just go ahead and get you something nice. You know what I'm saying? Get you something nice. But yeah. So what I was saying is because we postponed it over to Saturday, that of course makes this fall on 9/11. Obviously, a very tragic date in American history. The attacks of September 11, 2001. A lot of people are going out there and you know, doing their tributes, doing the stair climb in honor of the first responders that went in there and went in the towers to save as many people as they can. So we wanted to start this off. Normally we do this shot in honor of all of the Pitmasters, but we want to just real quick talk about where we were when that happened. I know myself, I was staying with a friend of ours, the families, and we were knocked out, obviously, because we're back in San Diego, so we're 3 hours behind everything popping off in New York. We knocked out. His mom comes, bangs on the door, opens the doors, and she was like, "Get up, we're being attacked." And you know, we just like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" You know, so we just laying there like, "Your mom tripping, bro." And then she came up, she's like, "Get up, they are attacking us now. Y'all need to come see this." So we get up and we go downstairs. She already got the thing on the news. We see the first tower already smoking, burning on fire and everything. I'm looking at this like I'm, you know, when you just waking up, everything seems kind of in a haze and a fog and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we see the second plane hit the tower live, and I'm just like, yo, this got to be a movie or like, what is this a joke?
Right.
Like, I've never seen anything this wild live on television before. And then of course after that, you know, we sitting on the couch watching this coverage all day, you know, and then like after a few minutes, you know, the damage to the towers causes them to collapse, and we was just sitting there like, yo, this is like, I never would have thought anything like this would ever have happened, you know?
Right.
And I was already in the delayed entry program, you know what I'm saying? So I already had a date to up and bounce the basic. I was just like, is it too late for me to go ahead and, because I was just like,
gracefully,
bro, like,
we going to war.
We going to war.
We going to war. You know that.
We was all cool for like the whole 90s and everything. Like, I'm just like, oh, we let me jump in this Air Force right quick, chill for a little bit, you know. But nah, they was like, nah, for as long as your career gonna be, we gonna be at war with somebody, dog. And I mean, it hit hard. San Diego, you know, they got all them naval bases out there. They got the Marine Corps Air Station at Miramar. Everything went into lockdown. Stores was like, don't even come through here. It was a wild time, man. And, you know, like I said, that's kind of like the start literally of my military career. Is it was at war from day one when I joined. So what about you? What were you up to that day?
So I was living in Jacksonville with my sister, and we stayed on the naval base, right? So that morning, I for some reason I fell asleep because it was a Monday. I fell asleep on the couch watching wrestling that Monday. So I was watching Monday Night Raw that Monday, and then I fell asleep, and I just woke up. My sister ended up waking me up on Tuesday. And she woke me up. She was like, look at the TV. And I just looked at the TV, and like, I'm like, what movie are you watching? Like, it was like that. I was like, what movie are you watching? And she was like, this isn't a movie. This is actually happening in real life. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, you know how you wake up and like you see it, but that's how I woke up. I woke up seeing the towers in flames, like one of them anyway. And like, almost as soon as I was like, no, it's not, the second one hit. It was like, boom. I was like, whoa. And then like, you just see the news reporter. I think I was watching ABC or something. And the news reporter just flips out. She was like, oh my God, we're being attacked. We're being attacked. Now, mind you, my military enlistment is a crazy story. So I enlisted, so I was on a delayed entry, right? So I did my first enlistment August 27, 2001.
Yeah.
August 27, 2001 is the day that Aaliyah died. So I did my enlistment that morning. And then when I got home from doing that enlistment, like, MTV was going crazy. So mind you, it was a plane crash. So me thinking like, seeing this was, I was like, this is a movie. This isn't real, but it was real. And almost 10 minutes after that, the entire base went on lockdown. Yep. It went on lockdown. And I was telling Con this story earlier because she was like, what were you doing today? And I was telling her the story. I was like, so I was at NAS Jacksonville, and for a lot of people, if you've ever been there, like, it is a loud base. Shit happens all the time. It is a very loud base. Planes are flying. The flight line's pretty big, so you hear a lot of that noise, especially living in housing, because housing was close to the flight line. So that night was eerily quiet because everything had shut down. I had never heard it like that because planes were jets were taking off constantly. And it was the quietest I had ever heard it. And it was eerie because there was no wind, there was nothing. And that day was it was wild, bro. Like I forget a lot of shit. My memory is horrible. That whole day will live on with me probably forever.
Yeah. So I know everybody has their story. Everybody kind of, if you were around, and at a certain age, I guess, because I mean there are obviously kids who were around not really remembering, but I was 20 when that happened, and I remember that. Like, I don't think I'll ever forget that day. You know, so in honor of those we lost on that day due to those attacks, the bravery of the passengers of United Flight 93, who took their plane down themselves and did not allow the terrorists to use it as a weapon, and to the men and women who gave and paid the ultimate sacrifice, being sent over to avenge those that we lost. We want to dedicate tonight's opening shot to them.
Salute.
Oh, ha! I'm almost done with that Captain Morgan, man. It just it's like this much left in the bottle. I'm just trying to power through it. Oh, all right, my guy, you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. So, I previously did one of this on I said what I said. It was like back in the day, like late 2019, maybe early 2020. I ranked these myself, and I was just like, we never really came on here and talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this group kind of started around Marvel discussions and whatnot.
Yes.
This group is what it is because of Marvel discussions and comic discussions. So we want to get back to our roots and give the people something fun, because there's a lot of real shit we could talk about, and we may address all that stuff later this week. But tonight, we want to do something good where we can have some banter going back and forth and start ranking these movies from worst to best. Because I am wanting to hear what the Pitmasters and my man Black has to say about these movies. So without further ado, let us get started with the worst movie. You want to go first, or what's up?
So before we start,
okay.
I want to be clear on where we're going with these, right? So this is whole MCU or MCU from Iron Man on, because I have a list that I want to make sure that I'm drawing from the right sources.
Yep.
So what are we doing? Is it? I know I saw that.
Who's this guy? You starting already? Just give me cheeks. Yeah, my legs shaking from the head you gave me last week. You were definitely worth $50. Oh man.
Oh shit.
So what would you say, Black?
You know you made it. You know you made it when you got trolls, bro.
I let it ride.
We made it.
Enjoy your 5 minutes of fame there, my dude. Oh man.
Oh shit. So what are we doing? Are we going from Iron Man to Endgame, or what are we doing?
All the MCU movies, bro. So the original, 23, and then plus Black Widow and Shang Chi.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna kick this off. The worst movie to me in the entirety of the MCU is Howard the Duck. It's a 1986
is that an movie. That's not current MCU.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about MCU. So, when I say MCU, yeah.
All right. So are we? All right. Cool. That's what I'm asking. So Emmanuel asking, are we counting Blade too?
No. Like when MCU started. So everything made
After Iron Man.
Yeah,
All right, cool. All right, cool. So the first thing that I'm going to go with is I put this movie in here, and I really want to say that it's a bad movie, but
say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Stand on your truth.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I did not like it.
That is the worst for you?
Yeah, that's the worst for me. But keep in mind, we're going to go from worst to best.
Yes. So what made that the worst for you?
I didn't like how they set up the Ego thing, right? Ego, the Living Planet was a dope storyline in the comics. It could have been doper in the movies. I don't think the execution was there, though.
I feel you. For me, the worst movie is Black Widow. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you're given the origin, like Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, like, tell me how they came about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we kind of discussed that. My thought of what Black Widow was going to be the origin of Black Widow. And it kind of started like that when she was a kid. And then I was like, oh, they're going to show us all the missions and stuff. Because every movie, she's like, I got so much red in my ledger. I'm just like, I'm trying to see where this red came from. I want to see who you was fucking up, right? But it doesn't, you know? It just gives us this weak story that happened in between. It happened between Civil War and Infinity War, which I can care less, you know, because in the end, you're dead. The only thing I want to know is how you got to be Black Widow, and they didn't give us that. So
this is true.
That is why that is where it is. Black Widow is the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
I can fucks with that.
What you got next?
Next on mine is Captain Marvel.
All right.
Now, mind you.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this movie was filmed at Edwards Air Force Base. The majority of this movie was filmed there. So I expected it to have like some close personal ties. You know what I mean? Being that I was around the corner when they was filming the shit. But then I saw it and I was like, this fucking movie is horrible. So I would have put it last. But I really didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Cool. For me, number 24 is Iron Man 3. And it kind of circles back to a movie we'll talk about later. But when the trailer for Iron Man 3, great job, Marvel team, with the advertising and promotion of this movie, because you really had me think that the Mandarin was going to be the villain in this one. Y'all had Ben Kingsley in that thing doing the little videos looking just devious and motherfucking malicious. And the trailer had him blowing up Iron Man's house. And I'm just like, here we go. I'm going to see this in IMAX. And I went and saw it, and I was thoroughly.
You saw it in IMAX,
bro. The IMAXiest of IMAX, my guy. The IMAXiest of IMAX. And left out of that theater, perturbed, to say the least. Irked, if you will.
I can't even get my money from my popcorn back for this shit.
Plus, that is the first movie that they put out after Avengers. So Avengers had me on the highest of high.
You're right.
And then Iron Man 3 comes out, and I'm just like, they in their bag, oh, what the fuck is this? What's that song? The shit they be, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? You know?
What is this?
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. But yeah, so that's number 24 for me. What you got next up?
Iron Man 3.
For the same reasons, or
for the same reasons, bro. I was so hyped about Ben Kingsley in this movie.
Bro.
I was like, yo, he is murderous. And then when they did that whole reveal, I was like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. I was so mad. That brought the whole movie down for me. Mind you, I was on board with the little kid. I was on board with him. And then like when they did that whole reveal, I was like, fuck him too. I don't even like him.
Yeah. The whole movie just nosedived after that. I was like, the fucking audacity to play the Mandarin like this. My God. But number 23 for me is Thor: The Dark World. Again, a post Avengers movie. Of the Thor movies, this is by far the most forgettable for me. The villain, I forget his name, the head dark elf, the fucking ether just floating around, being a whole thing, and I was just Thor 2 was just not it for me, man. Like I tried to get behind it, it just wasn't it for me, man. And plus, at this time, I was so sick and tired of Loki. Like I'm just like,
oh yeah,
how many times are y'all trusting Loki for Loki to fuck y'all over? At what point are y'all gonna be like, don't trust this nigga no more? But they kept fucking around. AD in here talking about I forget about Dark World every time. I tried to, but when I brought up the list, I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. So
it did.
Thor: Dark World is number 23 to me. What you got?
Number 23 to me, I don't know, people may not count this, but The Incredible Hulk.
The Ed Norton?
Yeah, no, the other one.
Oh, Eric Bana?
Yeah, that one.
All right. Was that an MCU movie?
No. Yeah. You're right. The Incredible Hulk is Ed Norton.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You didn't like that?
So
one?
It counts. In the scheme of things, it's a good movie. Like it does a good setup for the Avengers, but in the list of movies, like no, it doesn't cut it for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole movie.
To you. Right. But I included it on my list because the post-credit scene where like Tony Stark showed. I think it was after Iron Man because Iron Man shows up. Yeah. Tony Stark shows up in the post-credits. Yeah. So I don't know if that was not a Marvel thing and they just had, but I just counted it. So it's in my list somewhere. It ain't that low. Number 22 for me is Thor, the original Thor. And I just got it in there because the villain was weak. And when I say the villain, the motherfucker he had to fight, the fucking walking toaster oven that came through that small town. And, it was not it. I mean, it's probably high on the list of my wife's favorite movies because Chris Hemsworth was like walking around in jeans and no shirt half the movie and shit. So that was her bag. The only crossover we had was Hawkeye was in it for a little bit. But overall, like it's higher than Black Widow because as an origin story, it showed me how Thor got down here and shit. You know what I'm saying? How Thor arrived in this world, And low-key, he was fucking up them ice giants in Jotunheim. So, the fight scenes was lit. Him and his little crew was fucking some people up and shit. So it's not the worst Marvel movie, but it's towards the bottom for me, man.
Okay.
What you got for 22?
Black Widow.
There we go. There we go.
Went too far. Now there was some shit in there. There was some shit in there that I kind of rocked with. Like I like how they're set. If they set this up to where it's it leads into the Secret Wars, then I'm on board with Black Widow. I'm on board with it. So that's what I'm hoping happens, which is why I didn't, because it's not, other than that, it's not a good movie until you start setting up this shit with the Secret Wars. If they do that, then I am fully on board. Yeah.
I think subliminally the thing that going back to Black Widow is like ScarJo and this whole drama that she's out because like even in the what if that they had where like it was what if the Avengers never got assembled or whatnot.
Right.
And the voice actress for Black Widow was Lake Bell, who does the voice for Poison Ivy in the Harley Quinn animated joint. And I'm guessing that they had Scarlett Johansson voice it originally because all these episodes were already filmed and recorded. But since they haven't beef,
Right.
they went and got somebody else to re-record it. And I thought she did a good job as Black Widow. But I'm excited to see her sister, who was in the Black Widow movie, which was probably the bright spot of that movie, is her sister.
Right.
Now becoming Black Widow moving forward. So next on my list at 21, I have Captain Marvel.
Okay.
The pacing for that was terrible to
Bad.
me. The villain, terrible. Young, quote unquote, young Nick Fury, I wasn't a fan.
It was 40.
The only reason I was invested in that movie, I wanted to see how he lost his eye. And then when they revealed how he lost his eye, I was pissed.
You made us wait 2 hours for this. You made us wait 2 hours for this.
I was pissed. I was just like, so that's why you walking around with this eye patch? I thought you did some real OG gangster shit. You up here to cat eye patch, iconic now. Okay, but I understand why they threw it in because at the end, it was that, and then where they released it in the theatrical releases, like we just had Infinity War. The pager went off. I'm like, oh shit, here come Captain Marvel. Now me, I would have been okay if they didn't do a Captain Marvel origin, but I understand why they did it because the general fan who doesn't know Captain Marvel, because when that beeper went off and they had her symbol, I was like, oh shit, Captain Marvel. And like the dude next to me who I did not know, who's Captain Marvel? I'm just like, oh shit, I bet a movie coming out. Yep. And they had to put a movie out to try to fucking explain where because I get it, like you just can't have her show up in Endgame taking out Thanos' cruiser. You know what I'm saying? And everybody be like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? So explain it somehow. But they could have did a better job with this, man.
Yeah.
Way better
There's so
job.
many directions you could have went in, which they're starting to do that now. But I think if they would have set up like the Kree origin stories in that movie, more of the Kree, right, in that movie, because that's where she got her powers from. Like, if they set that up more, that movie would have been way better. And also, I think they tried to play it on her humanity, and that didn't hit for me.
I'm not a big Jude Law fan. I didn't think he played the villain well at all in that movie. So, because that end fight where he's like, now it's just me and you, no powers. Let's see who. And she's like, I like that part. The little, why I'm gonna fight you and I can just zap your dumb ass and get shit over. So I thought that was smart. Because if she would have just went hand to hand with this dude, I would have been super upset. So good on her for shooting that motherfucker with her powers real quick. What you got next?
I have Avengers Age of Ultron.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Got the Avengers down there. Okay.
Yeah, Avengers Age of Ultron.
What hit you wrong about that one?
Besides the fact that Ultron should have been able to do more, like that should have been a bigger threat than it was, right? Because and you could have made this relatable. Like he's able to control everything around him because nowadays everything is plugged into the internet, right? So you have him kill Jarvis, which I really didn't like. You had Thor come in with his hammer, make Vision. Okay, that's cool. But other than that, like the movie was okay. And for everybody going off in the comments right now, I'm not saying the movie was terrible. I'm not saying the movie was terrible. I'm just saying in this plethora of MCU movies that is great. We have great moments. This was not as good of a movie as the rest of them. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. I agree with that. I mean, I don't agree it's that low, but I understand why you can have it that low.
Yeah.
Because your expectations of Avengers after the first Avengers is like, oh shit, another Avengers movie, let's get it in. There's some great fight scenes in this one, but overall, I see why it's kind of down there.
Yeah.
For me, next up at number 20, I got Doctor Strange, and because to me, it was more of the visuals is what got a lot of people in the seats. Benedict Cumberbatch. I can't see nobody else playing Doctor Strange. I can't at this point. I am upset. I think I'm just more upset at how they downplayed Dormammu in that one at the end. Right. He's supposed to be coming and he's about to fucking fuck shit up, and my man's just like, I'ma just, put you on this fucking time loop. And then he's like, okay, I quit. I'm like, that's it? That's how you win? That's how you, okay. All right. Whatever. So it was entertaining, but it's that thing where I know who the villain is, and it's almost like Justice League Snyder Cut, where you're like, oh shit, Darkseid's in this shit, it's about to be lit. And then Darkseid's in it, but he don't do shit. So Dormammu was in this shit. He had his followers, and they were setting everything up for him, and he was approaching Earth, and Strange is like, watch what I do. And Dormammu was like, all right, I ain't got time for this shit, I'm out. It's that easy? Okay. Fine. So that's why
you got it. You got it.
I got things to do. I got things to do today. Fuck
going on around here. Fuck it. Here, man.
That's why I got it where it's at. That's where I got it. So what you got next?
Thor the Dark World.
Okay.
Thor the Dark World. Just like so here's what I look for in movies, right? Like I need, especially with the MCU and it being so vast and good, and they love to continue stories. Like I feel like with Avengers Age of Ultron, there was no real continuation, right? I feel the same way about Thor the Dark World. But at least in Thor the Dark World, we got the glimpse of an Infinity Stone. This is the only reason it's not ranked lower, because the Reality Stone, the Ether, was the Reality Stone, right? So that's why it's there. So for all the people that's going to go off in the comments, that's why it's there, because at least we got that. And other than that, we got nothing else.
That's a good point. Because up until then, I think all we knew was the Tesseract.
Right.
And then everybody was just like, well, this is the only shit. And then the Ether showed up, and when they revealed that it was one of the Infinity Stones, it was like,
oh,
I can see the purpose for this movie now, to introduce this powerful stone.
Right.
Okay. My man Will said, man, he can't accept that you got a Dark World better than Avengers Age of Ultron.
No, because all right, so you had an Infinity Stone in Avengers Age of Ultron 2, the Mind Stone, but we also saw that same stone in the Avengers. So why the fuck are we harping back to this just to create somebody new? Like, it didn't serve a purpose in that movie other than to create Vision. And the way they executed that shit was poor, bro. Like, for real. It was horrible.
I hear you. So number 19 for me, Captain America, the First Avenger.
Whoa!
If you guys follow me and you understand and you've been hearing what I've been saying, Captain America is my dude. He is my dude. He's my favorite Avenger. Steve Rogers is my guy. Albeit this first movie, it was the villain. This is where I kind of finally realized Marvel really doesn't have a good villain for their movies so far. It's always the hero has a power and the villain has the same power, but he's evil and the hero is good. So Red Skull is a super soldier. Captain America is a super soldier. Captain America's good. Red Skull is bad. And so that was the conflict, you know? And I'm just like,
Classic good guy versus bad guy.
Yeah. So again, it's rated a bit higher than Black Widow, because like I said, if you're giving me the origin, give me the origin, which they did here in Captain America. So that's why I have it at 19. Also, my wife was too into this movie because of Chris Evans with no shirt on. I didn't like it, so that's why it's where it's at.
This is gonna shock you guys.
Hold on real quick.
Go ahead. My man's got the Marvel background. I'm kind of jealous, low key.
I need to plug in my laptop and it be giving me that warning like I'm gonna shut the fuck down if you don't.
Hey, motherfucker, you better plug me in. Shit.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, but. All right, go ahead. What you got?
So, I have the same movie, Captain America, the first Avenger.
Hey, all right. All right.
I have that in there. You know what killed this movie for me? Tommy Lee Jones. I did not like Tommy Lee Jones in this movie. And that's rare for me to say because I like Tommy Lee Jones. But in this movie, I wasn't really feeling it. Plus, it was classic good guy, bad guy thing. You know what I mean? And being that he was the first Avenger, like this is why I like what they're doing with What If, right? So the What If put a different spin on it. And if we got more of that out of Tony Stark's father, bro, this movie would have been amazing.
That's true. I didn't even think about it from that angle. Howard Stark was in there. I thought he could have played a little bit a bigger role in it.
Right.
Leave Tommy Lee Jones alone. Hey, remember when he played Two-Face? I don't see nobody defending his
exactly
rendition of Two-Face. That crash ass face he was portraying and shit. But
T.R. Rash.
Shit. All right. So next up for me at number 18 is Iron Man 2. The reason is I felt like it could have been way better. Like this was their flagship dude that they used to start the MCU. Here we come with part 2. And I get like you kind of get hints towards they about to start building the Avengers up in Iron Man 2 because Nick Fury shows up with Black Widow and all that stuff. However, the villain, Whiplash, I think it was, Mickey Rourke. Can we say Mickey Rourke in this role was not good?
We could say Mickey Rourke's role in this movie was trash.
Okay. I just wanted to know if this is a safe space where I can say that shit.
No, it's a safe space.
I was not a fan of that shit. War Machine for the culture. I mean, we did get War Machine for the culture. That's right, Deontay. Yes. We did. However,
we should have had the light-skinned version of him though in this movie.
Hey man.
We gotta scramble the test, man.
Hey man. Hey man. We gotta get that Tesseract, man.
We gotta get this suit, man.
Hey man, we gotta go get them stones, man. They out here with these stones, man. But it's the final fight. Like the final fight was non-climactic. Like he shows up, they're like, hey, remember that thing we did at the party where we shot lasers at each other? Yeah, let's do that. Boom! And that's how they beat Mickey Rourke.
Right.
And I'm just, come on, man. Like, give me a thing, bro. Like, give me something where I can leave out of this movie and be like, yo, that was epic. And I didn't have none of that shit in this movie, you know? Nope. I didn't have that at all. So that's why Iron Man 2 is number 18 for me.
Same. I have the same movie.
Okay.
At number 18. Yeah. Like and this is where I was in this phase with Marvel, right? Like they were about to lose me, sadly.
Oh wow.
And this movie was one of the reasons, because the trailer was so fire for this movie. The trailer was on point. Mickey Rourke come out swinging the electric shit like a goddamn double dutch. I was into it. Like, this is my shit. Like this is what I want. Fuck them up. And then I see the movie and I'm like, this was not it. I was expecting too much. So,
he said swinging this was like a double dutch.
he was on this shit. But yeah, it fell flat for me. But not as flat as some of the other movies. So it's there.
Also, I was getting tired of and this was the beginning of a lot of villains that jumped into these movies because something that Stark Industries made did something to them. And they're like, now I got to kill this nigga Stark. Like, he ain't the one that sent the bomb, dog. Like, why y'all? Everybody just hunting this dude now because his last name on the bomb. You know what I'm saying?
He made that bomb that killed my father. That accent, Mickey Rourke's accent was
oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. That was probably the reason why I was looking at Mickey Rourke like, this ain't it for you, my guy. This ain't working for you, bro.
Bro. You bringing Jersey to Russia? Come on, bro. Come on. Chill.
Oh, man. So, the next joint I got, number 17, is The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton.
Okay.
It's where it's at because I like the Hulk as a character. And I gave it points because it was way better than the Banner version. Because you actually had Abomination in this one, right?
Right.
But like compared to what else Marvel has put out after that, it didn't rank up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's a good movie. Incredible Hulk, Ed Norton. I agree that Ed Norton would probably be a better Banner than Mark Ruffalo, but I've seen Mark Ruffalo as Dr. Banner for so many movies. I can't imagine them switching back to Ed Norton. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Also, I don't think Ed Norton could probably pull off kind of how the comedic action stuff that Mark Ruffalo can, playing Dr. Banner, and the banter between the different Avengers and stuff when they just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at Mark Ruffalo, but
no,
I appreciate Ed Norton's rendition of Dr. Banner and shit. So
I fucks with that.
Mm-hmm. What you got?
Thor, the first Thor.
All right. So I had that one low. Why do you have it where it's at right here?
Because it's an introduction to Thor, right? And I think, you know what? I think Darby made that movie. So
Darby is babe, bro.
Yeah, Darby made that movie. So with her comedic punches in there, you have him with the love interest. I didn't think Thor was as bad as a movie.
All right. I'll give you props for that just because of Darby, man.
Yep.
Number 16. I have Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And this is kind of alluding to what you were talking about, how they because they do this thing, and I get it. You only have so many minutes to do these movies, but if I knew it was going to grow into what it grew into, you guys, I say you guys as MCU, Marvel Studios and stuff, y'all hold ego. Y'all had that whole storyline looking weak. You know what I'm saying? The Living Planet, like you said, like it was a good movie. It was a good movie. My thing is, this movie, it appeared that, to me, Drax is starting to take the lead as the reason I go watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. Because Drax and Groot.
He Hip Drax, Rocket, and Groot are the reasons I fuck with Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Cause I know I'm a laugh. They're gonna do something that is going to tickle me to my soul, and I appreciate it. And Drax did not disappoint in Guardians 2. I did like the baby Groot aspect of it. I will say the whole thing with Quill wanting to be with his dad because he didn't have his mom, and then all of a sudden his dad's like, "That's why I had to give your mom the tumor," and he's like, "What? No," So yeah. So that's why Guardians 2 is where it's at, man. It's not the worst movie, which I know a lot of y'all probably thought I was gonna start this shit off with both Guardians movies. Nah, man, I got some sense. I understand. I ain't that petty, but at 16, that's where I got it.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Okay, what you got?
Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
So I'm starting to wind down here, right? Ant-Man, not a bad movie. Not a bad movie at all. I just think they could have done more here too. Basically what they did in Ant-Man and the Wasp, they should have started at Ant-Man, because now you could start leading into what we have now. I just think they could have did that sooner, right? With the quantum time and the quantum realm, they could have did that way sooner. And they kind of touched on it in Ant-Man on why Hank Pym's wife isn't around. But I think they could have did that in Ant-Man, and that would have been a way better movie.
Yeah, I wasn't Ant-Man, a fan of the villain, Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I wasn't a fan. Because again, it turns into the, hey, you got a power super suit that can make you shrink and shit. I also got a power suit that can make me shrink and shit. So now it's just like, oh, okay. It's just same powers. One's good, one's evil. The power of good wins all the time. Right. So, yeah, I see that. Number 15 for me is the OG Guardians of the Galaxy. And
ooh, that's kind of low, buddy.
Bro, it's at 15. It's like mid-tier. It's like a C. Okay. I'm giving it a C. And the reason for that is the ending. They're fighting the villain. How do they beat the villain, Black? How do they beat the villain who is in possession of a powerful ass stone where all he has to do is tap the surface of the earth or the planet and that hole is gone? How did they beat him? How did they beat him?
They put a bomb in his belly. Okay.
Dance battle, dog.
Oh,
they beat him
the OG, the dance battle. Yes, man. Come on, man. Come on. And here's my thing. When I bring that up, when I talk about it, one, Drax is funnier. Still, Rocket's funnier. Groot's there. This whole dynamic, Gamora and Quill, like, I'm over it. Like, I know what they're doing. I know what it's leading to. They're gonna fucking fall in love. Whatever. It's just how they're anticlimactic endings. Like, this man has a all-powerful stone. And they said all he needs to do is just hit the surface of the planet with this thing. This man has the hammer with the stone in it on the surface of the planet. Does not do it because he's distracted by Quill dancing to a song. Okay, I get you.
That pisses me off. Like, I get it's supposed to be hot. Quill's a funny guy, but at what point do you get a like? That's why I appreciated Thanos, because Thanos wasn't with that bullshit. Like, he would have been dancing. Right. Thanos would have been like, okay, yep, zap. This planet's gone. On to the next one. Yeah, you gotta come at me and with the intent to stop me, not fucking bust a fucking move. So that's why Guardians of the Galaxy is where it's at number 15 for me.
Okay, I feel you.
All
right. I'm gonna keep this Ant-Man thing going. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I doubled up Guardians. You doubled up Ant-Man. Go ahead.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, for what I said about Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp actually delivered what I want. But in the grand scheme of Marvel movies, this could be higher to a lot of folks. If you're into what they're doing now, this can be higher for a lot of folks. For that, I won't be mad at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for me, now this list is going into territories that I'm actually interested in. So it was just on the outside of my threshold for, okay, this is what I'm looking for.
So what did you think about I guess the what was it, Ghosts was like, she wasn't the main villain. I guess
Right.
I mean, as far as superpowers or whatnot, she was, but the main
Right.
villain I guess was your boy Lawrence Fishburne, who was
Right.
upset.
Well, they were working together. They were working
yeah.
together. So he was trying to actually save her, and it backfired. So, I thought that angle was actually not bad, honestly, because she was like, "You working on this experiment? It killed my father." You know what I mean? And I went trying to. I was the result of some shit you did. So now I'm trying to fix it. I thought that makes sense in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm trying to fix this shit, like, and I don't want your help. I just want to get rid of this fucking company because look at what it did to me. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that made sense.
Yeah, I fucks with that. Next up, I got at 14, which is we more than halfway done, I think. Nope, we're not. We're almost there. So now we start getting into like some of the better movies to me. I got Spider-Man Far From Home on here. And the reason I have this ranked where it's at, one, I think, say what y'all want. Say what y'all want. I think Tom Holland is by far
a great
a
Spider-Man.
more appeasing Peter Parker to me. For the high school Peter Parker. High school Peter Parker, Tom Holland is it. College Peter Parker, it would be Andy Garfield. And then Tobey Maguire, he was the dude that just happened to be Spider-Man in the best Spider-Man movie to me, which is Spider-Man 2. But overall, like, Tobey Maguire should not have been Spider-Man. Tom Holland, to me, is the best Peter Parker for what it is. It just sucked because it came after Endgame. Like, my emotions were still drained from Endgame. I was still riding the high of Endgame. You brought in this. Mysterio was a horrible choice for a villain for this one. The fact that, it was just kind of, you're looking at it like, so Tony Stark had a pair of glasses that could operate a satellite that at any time can fuck up the world, and he gave it to Tom. He gave it to Peter Parker, and Peter Parker was duped out of it, giving it to the dude who played Mysterio, because Mysterio was just like, "Hey, we all got laid off, so now I got the glasses. Now we can take over the world." Like, that was the cheesiest, most fun. Like, come on, man. After Endgame, this is what you give us, Marvel. This is what you give us. But come on, I mean, when I say I wanted to like this movie, I wanted to. I went into the theater like watching the whole movie, because it's rare that I see a movie and some dumb shit happens and I still hope that the movie can turn itself around, and it didn't. So it's at 14, so I didn't shit on it, but that's just letting you know how much I expected from Spider-Man Far From Home. Yes.
Okay. I get you. My 14 is Doctor Strange. Not as low as yours.
Right.
I thought this was a great introduction for Doctor Strange. Honestly.
Yeah.
Just showing where he came.
For intros? that was a great movie for intros.
Yeah, for intros, it was a great movie for intros.
Yeah.
And I think what they did right in this movie is introduced him as a normal person who gained these powers, right? He had to work on them, go to the Sorcerer Supreme to learn.
Yep.
He turned them away, but he still found a way to learn that shit. I was all on board with it.
Yeah.
So I liked it as an intro.
That was good. For 13, now we getting into the top half of the list now. I got Ant-Man. And the reason I got Ant-Man this high up is I was pleasantly surprised by Paul Rudd playing Scott Lang. When the trailer was coming out for Ant-Man, I thought this was a throwaway movie for Marvel, like a cash grab. They're just throwing this character in here because I didn't think they would take Ant-Man as seriously as an integral part to fucking saving the world as they ended up doing further down the line in their movies. I just thought it was like, hey, here's this dude that can shrink and turn big and all this other shit. Kind of funny, all this stuff. He controls ants. Like the general fan, the casual fan, I guess, would probably look at this like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, we got a whole God of Thunder. We got a fucking almost invincible Hulk. We got fucking all these fucking Avengers and shit. Here comes Ant-Man and shit. But the introduction of him as a character, like I knew what this was going into it. I'll put it that way. And when you start looking at their post-credit scenes and seeing where they're going with it, you start getting more intrigued. Like that kind of made me more interested in continuing watching. Like I was probably gonna watch him anyway, but now I'm just like I kind of see what Marvel's trying to do cinematically with their characters. So I thought it was pretty good. Ant-Man is number 13 for me.
Okay. My number 13 is Spider-Man Far From Home. And it's pretty much the same things that you alluded to. Like it came after Endgame. They called it, this is where the blip reference comes from, Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought for everything Spider-Man Homecoming was for me, Spider-Man Far From Home wasn't for me. Doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. It's just that I was invested heavily in Homecoming and continuance, man. I would have loved the continuance. Granted, it came after the blip, which again, it came after Endgame, so expectations were high for me too. So I didn't get it.
Cool. Next up, number 12, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Pretty much same reasons before. Paul Rudd as Scott Lang is pretty. I think that's perfect casting for Marvel, so I give them points for that. Introducing the Wasp character was also kind of dope, seeing that aspect. And low-key, can I just say, the same reason Guardians was as high and not as low as most people would have thought for me. Michael Pena in these movies, God, bro, you want to talk about the comic relief? Like when I hear comic relief, this is what I want. Somebody who doesn't try to overstep, be too funny, like he is just naturally the guy that he is in this movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's well done. And Loki, the thing that boosted this up, because this came out after Infinity War, the post-credit scene where he jumps in there to get some more fucking shit. I guess like what did they send him back in there to grab? I forget. Like more particles or whatever. Yeah. And then he's like, I'm ready to, all right, bring me back, guys. Guys, where you at? Guys, and they zoom out and you see the ashes because those guys got fucking done after. I was like, oh, I forgot that this shit happened. He snapped these motherfuckers. Because the whole movie, you forget that Infinity War happened. You're thinking that they're here. In my mind, I'm thinking that they are left after the snap. I did not think this movie was happening in correlation to Infinity War happening.
Right.
Like, because I'm thinking all the superpower dudes are fighting Thanos. I didn't, bro. The way they did that, I was like, "Bow!" Like, oh,
y'all got me.
Y'all got me 100%. Y'all got me, Marvel. Well, fucking done on that one. So that's why Ant-Man and the Wasp is number 12 for me.
All right, number 12. Please don't be mad at me. Spider-Man Homecoming. Nothing wrong with this movie, but bro, we are entering into territories that the rest of these movies are going to be the shit. You know what I mean? So I love Spider-Man Homecoming, so please don't be mad at me, but the rest of these movies are the shit. So I had no problem with Spider-Man Homecoming. I had absolutely no problem with it. I loved it. I love that they harped on a teenage Peter Parker from the Bronx going to Homecoming. It was great. You know what I mean? He's going to a dance. He's dealing with a girlfriend that he loves, and her dad just happens to be the fucking weapons dealer for all the events after. What event was that? It was Infinity War, right?
Yeah, because he was a salvage team. He had a whole squad that he was employing to.
No, it was after the Avengers. It was after the original Avengers.
Yep.
Yeah. So they were going in and picking up all this shit. I had no problem with it because the whole movie setup was great, and the villain was actually a good villain in this movie. And you could see the problems that it caused. Yeah, he was a good villain in this movie.
Oh my god!
You could see the problems that it caused with Peter Parker, knowing that it was his girlfriend's stepdad. You know what I mean? I loved this. I loved it, but I loved it. It was great. It was a great movie. Yeah, bruh. We are entering into the rest of these movies are the shit. You know what I mean?
Yes. We're crossing the threshold, my guy, into almost elite status movies is what we're about to cross into with this shit. So, with that being said, 11 for me is Avengers Ultron, Age of Ultron. The only gripe I have with this is how dumbed down they made Ultron. The only gripe.
Yeah, that's why I had it ranked so low, because I was like, you could have did so much shit with Ultron, bro. So much shit.
Right. The reason I have this as high as it is because they did a great job of introducing Vision to the MCU, bringing him in, kind of showing Jarvis is Vision, as incarnate or whatnot. Shit, just broke a glass.
What you break?
Just broke a glass, my shot glass, but I got a spare, so it's cool. Just knocked it all off the table. But
moment of silence for the shot glass.
But introduction of also Scarlet Witch. I wish Quicksilver kind of lasted a bit longer in the MCU. Introduced us to what's his name? Kraus, the villain that also reappeared in Black Panther with his arms trade. All of this stuff. You kind of saw the beginning of the beef between Captain America and Tony Stark, and kind of like the split of the Avengers, right. And you also got to see Thor tap in and actually get the big picture of what the fuck we got to do of the threat that's coming. So like when they were trying to stop Tony from bringing back Vision as a weapon for good, Thor comes out of nowhere and it's just like, zap, bring this motherfucker to life. Hey, we need this nigga because some shit is coming. He shows up. He's just like, zap, bring this motherfucker to life.
Bring him back.
Let me tell you, I seen some shit. We gonna need all the help we can get. So please believe we need this guy here.
Yeah.
And then It also it was a well done movie. Again, the only reason I give it so much slack and it's ranked where it's at, because like I'm a big event. Like when they fight together as a group, it is an amazing thing to see. It is always what I'd say what X-Men should have been. Them fighting together, using their abilities together, comboing some shit, showing that there's some kind of element of a team. X-Men never did that. Fox was fucking that away. I'm glad it's back with the MCU. But they hold Ultron. They made him look like a little bitch. And then it is what it is. So number 11 for me is Avengers Age of Ultron.
Okay. Not mad at that at all. Now I'm gonna make some people mad.
Okay.
My number 11. Actually, I probably won't. My number 11 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Because I love that movie. I really did. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 11. It did a great job. This was at a time where we didn't know much about anything other than the Earth aspect of the MCU. And this was the breakout. This was the breakout to the entire Marvel universe as we are coming to know it. This was the introduction movie to everything that we know that is possible outside of Earth. And where they went, nowhere. And the Kree were starting to get involved because you had Ronan. And granted, the ending of the movie didn't really meet expectations. The dance battle to win it all, but we had an introduction to the Infinity Stone. We actually had an introduction to an Elder in this movie, in the Collector, because the Collector is an Elder. I thought this was a well done movie to introduce us to all the possibilities that are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and which they are now starting to deliver on. So this was the movie for me that I was like, okay, I could fucks with this. And I happened to see it at Comic-Con, so
bonus. That's a good point you brought up, because up until then it was just all Earth threats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This expanded the realm of the MCU and introduced people to it. So that's good ass points, man. That's some good ass points.
Right.
It might actually. Nah, I'm gonna keep it at 15. I ain't moving it. Guardians is 7. But I like your argument, man. That's some good shit you just gave us.
Thank you.
We getting into the top 10 now, my guy. We getting into the top 10 now. So let me just say, number 10 for me, Spiderman Homecoming. Alluded to when I was talking about Far From Home. Tom Holland, best Spider-Man for me.
Okay.
But the real reason this kicked off is I started to see villains that I'm like, I can fuck with him. I understand his motive now. The Vulture would not have been the Vulture if he was not shaded by S.H.I.E.L.D. showing up and taking money out of his pockets, hindering his ability to feed his family and to take care of his employees. So he's like, I'm going to eat by any means necessary. And he created the Vulture.
Right.
Who, when you look at who he was, his organized situation, he had a whole syndicate with him. Peter Parker, a high school kid, fighting this fucking grown-ass man who, like I said, by any means was like, I'm going to eat by any means necessary. Michael Keaton as the Vulture. Yes. One of the best Marvel villains in the MCU, if not the best villain that MCU has given us. The scene on the ferry where he is just fucking like no regards to anybody else on the boat. Like, I'm gonna fuck this whole shit up. Fuck you, Spider-Man. I don't care who you are, kid or whatnot. And Again, kind of a low-key throwback to Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man's trying to keep the ferry together. He's using the suit, seeing all the beams he should support. He missed one. He's trying to hold it together. Iron Man shows up. I also like the dynamic between Tony Stark and Tom Holland or Peter Parker. Tony Stark, knowing that he's a kid, bringing him into this real dangerous interdimensional, intergalactic battle that's happening. Not wanting, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's conflicted. Yep. Like, I'm going to bring you in, but the shit that you just showed me, I see that you're not ready for this shit. Give me the suit back. And then Peter Parker still being like, I'm still a hero. The suit doesn't make me. The one scene that boosts it and puts it in the top 10 for me is when he goes to pick up his girlfriend for the date and he sees that Michael Keaton is the dude. And then
like his face was like,
for me, the part when Michael Keaton realizes that Peter is Spider-Man, when he's driving and asking Peter the questions, I'm like, this villain is actually starting to put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't like DC where Superman curls his bang and puts on glasses and nobody knows he's Superman. This
This
so where were you at?
Whole mask.
Yeah. Where were you at when all this wild shit is happening? Oh, you know, I had to. And he put 2 and 2 together, and he had that gun. He was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna hijack this plane from Stark Tower. If you stop me, I will hurt people that you like."
Yeah.
And Peter Parker was like, "Bro, that's your whole daughter." He was like, "I swear to God, if you stop me from getting this stuff, shit is going to happen." I was like, yo,
you don't want this shit to happen, bro.
Peter, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, dog? But that scene in and of itself, the realization between they're like in their secret identities or whatnot, and they both realize like, oh, so you was the one I was fucking with. You was the one I was fighting. Okay, let me just tell you what it is, you know, and that scene alone, I was just like, bro, I love it. I love this shit. The conflict between those two is why I have that shit up. I have Far From Home or Homecoming in number 10.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. My number 10 movie. Again, people, don't be mad at me. It's just I expect shit. You know what I mean? Like we're in the shit now. We're in the shit now. My number 10, Captain America: Civil War. Again, great movie.
The floor is yours, sir. The floor is yours.
Great movie. They split. We found out that Captain America got into it with Tony Stark because his friend killed his parents. Right? There was a whole storyline there that I was really fucking with, and I loved it. And it got all of the current MCU members involved in, right? The real heavy hitters. You know what I mean? They had them on one team, Team Cap, Team Iron Man. In this aspect, though, I want everybody to know that I do love my comics. Right? Civil War, the comic book is like up here for me, right? It's here. I fucks with it heavy. I fucks with Civil War heavy. I was invested in it. Now, if we would have had some X-Men in this motherfucker, this would have been number 1 for me because I love Civil War. But what they gave me, I wasn't mad at. Whose side would I be on in this situation? Listen, if you read the comics, you already know Team Captain America is the way to go because he had everybody on that shit, bro. He had everybody on that shit. I am Team Captain America in the Civil War. Does that make me a bad guy? Maybe, but I at number 10. I fucked with it really heavy.
So here we go. Number 9. This movie has broken box office records. Well, not broken them, but it's crushing the box office as we speak. Shang Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, number 9 for me. When I tell you, when you introduce a character to your cinematic universe, you better give me one hell of an origin story. You better give me a movie explaining this dude to me, explaining to me. And Shang-Chi, you did it for your boy. I may be kind of biased. Listen, this movie washed the taste of Black Widow out my mouth. I was upset at Black Widow. Marvel was like, we back in the movies. Here's Black Widow. I was like, how dare you? And then Shang-Chi comes out, and I'm just like, here we go. Now, I'm an old head. I grew up watching whatever, like there's some random channel that would have on Saturdays some Kung Fu movies. Hand-to-hand Kung Fu combat is what I'm about.
Okay.
And the fact that they cast motherfuckers who can actually do the shit that they needed them to do, plus, because they tried to dabble in the martial arts world with Iron Fist on Netflix. But we're not going to talk about that here because we're trying to keep a good vibe going, right? So, Shang-Chi, introducing him. Now, if you read the comics, you know Shang-Chi influenced and fought alongside and with a lot of these upcoming people that they plan to introduce in this next phase. So the fact that they're bringing this out, and side note, I haven't seen a lot of people, but to me, this is how I'm seeing it. Shang-Chi is what Black Panther was to Black people. Like the fact that when they did Black Panther, they introduced or they cast it very well. They were like, we're going to go heavy with a African-American cast, director, all of this stuff. They did the same thing for Shang-Chi, you know, Asian American, you know, or Asian, you know, because the lead is Asian Canadian or just Canadian. I don't know, but he is. Right. They did well with the casting. The fight scenes were good. Obviously, there's a couple of corny moments in there and stuff. The redemptive arc of Ben Kingsley as Trevor in that movie, like when they found him, they were like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here? And he told his story like, yo, I'm an actor. This one dude, this terrorist hired me to play the Mandarin. Your dad found out that I was playing the Mandarin because Shang-Chi's dad is actually the Mandarin. He got him, locked him away and shit and all this stuff. So Marvel came back, readdressed how shitty they did the Mandarin and Iron Man 3. And like I said, like the visuals, the fights, the low-key shout out to Wong from Doctor Strange fighting the Abomination in that fight scene in the Fight Club. Just all of that, like everything that movie was. And then the end credit scene kind of hinting towards some bro. Like this movie has me excited again for MCU. Like I feel this is the official introduction to the next phase of Marvel movies. Like Black Widow was whatever it was. I think it was a cash grab, cool, whatever. But Shang-Chi has got me in that mode where I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's get it in Marvel. So number 9, Shang-Chi.
All right, hold on. Based off what you're telling me, yes. I am going to do a last minute recalculation.
Okay.
Because if what you're telling me is true, adjustments have to be made.
Okay.
So, what I'm going to do right now is I am going to reluctantly slide my top 10. Because I'm going to slide my top 10. And
Okay.
I'm telling you now, people are going to be mad, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
At number 9, people, Black Panther.
Okay. The floor is yours, sir.
I'm going to put, if what you're telling me is true, because I haven't seen it, but I knew Shang Chi was in my top 10 based off. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it tomorrow. But I knew that it was going to be in my top 10. I knew this. Based off, because shout out to the Saturday Night Nerds, we talk. And basically what the group was saying was this is the movie that you need to go see. And they gave me reasons why. And I asked a question to the Saturday Night Nerds. And I knew that the Abomination was going to be in this movie. I also know that Kang the Conqueror is now a thing. And the Abomination is a part of a group coming to the MCU that you very much need to be aware of, especially when it comes to Kang the Conqueror. And it's one of my favorite groups. So I am going to slide my top 10. Black Panther, slide back because it was at number 8. It's at number 9 now. Listen, as far as Black Panther goes, I loved it. First all black cast in the Marvel movies. Very good story. We dove into Wakanda. We were introduced to Wakanda in one of my previous movies, The Civil War, which Black Panther made his debut in. And just being a fan at that time of what Black Panther was doing. I had never seen this shit before, bro. Like a whole bunch of black people going to the movies, cosplaying. Oh. You know what I mean? Like this was the shit, bro. It was the shit. You know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of black people cosplaying. Like you live for this shit. You live for it. You know what I mean? Like in the movie theaters, like how do I, umama way, umama way, umama way, umama way, Africa. You know what I mean? Like we was in that bitch deep, bro. Like I loved it. Like T'Challa had us all excited to go to the movies again. Again, not a bad movie. Now if I was being biased about it, this would have been my number one movie. But in the grand scheme of Marvel movies, it's up there, but it really, if we really want to be honest with it, Black Panther didn't really contribute anything to the whole Infinity Stone saga. It didn't. It just gave us an origin story. Now, as far as origin stories, it's probably the best, other than the next movie that I'm gonna name. So,
I respect that, man. I respect that. Number 8 for me, Iron Man, the OG. The OG, man. This is mostly heavily weighed on the casting of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. Yep. Every movie I see this man in now, I'm just like, what's Tony Stark doing in this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like I cannot see Robert Downey Jr. as another person. Like, and it
other
sucks.
Than Iron Man.
It sucks for him because he played this role so well. So this is number 8 for me. Number 8, Iron Man. He started the whole shit up. Marvel, they were hurting for money. They gave their big names out to other studios. They gave Spider-Man to Sony. They gave X-Men to Fox. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh shit, what do we got? Well, let's start with Iron Man. You know, it was a gamble that they took, and it paid off amazingly.
Right.
Origin, perfectly done. The only reason it's not as high is the villain. Like, it turned out to be one of those. I guess that paved the way for real easy writing. The villain's just gonna be what the hero is, but evil.
Right.
Because all dude did was figure out how to make a suit, power it the same way Stark did, and just make a bigger suit. And fortunately, Tony was smart enough to figure out how to defeat him. But then in the end of the movie, the classic, hey, we're going to go here. Hey, make sure you say this. And Tony Stark introduced us to how Tony Stark he's going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fucking Iron Man. I was like, let's fucking go with this shit. Okay, I'm here for it. But I think everybody here would agree, and most Marvel fans would agree, when it comes to translating a comic character to a live action on-screen persona, Robert Downey Jr. knocked the shit out of the fucking park as Tony Stark. So with all that respect, Iron Man is up there at number 8 for me. You are muted, my guy.
My bad. My kid came in here. He was like trying to scare the shit out of me, and I was like, "Boy, get your ass!" But but that is also my number 8, Iron Man. Other than Black Panther, it is the greatest introduction to a superhero in the MCU, and you got a taste of what he was going to be in that movie. Also, this movie was also filmed at Edwards Air Force Base, which I drive by the original Stark building every fucking day when I go to work. So
dope. Cool. All right. Number 7, Black Panther. For all the reasons you said, how it was a cultural event. It wasn't just a movie release. Yep. Cultural event. We went and saw that in a squad of 12, all dressed up. The fact that the malls in Panama City had little booths that were selling dashikis, African trinkets, all of that stuff. They knew what the fuck was about to happen that February. Oh, yeah. Black History Month.
Yes.
Black Panther. Bro, this is a side note. Black people, do you see what happens when we come together and get behind something and support something? Do y'all see that shit? Bro, when we get behind and support something of our own, records were shattered.
Yes.
Box office was blown out the fucking window. The number 2 movie in the box office was so far in second place, it was fucking ridiculous. We showed up. We showed out.
Hell
it gave black kids a hero to look up to outside of, I don't know a whole lot of black kids that were just like, I want to be like Blade. I'm gonna dress as Blade for Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to be T'Challa. Man, bro. My kid was like, Dad, I want to be Black Panther for Halloween. Say less, kids. Say less.
Oh, bro, let's go to the store. Let's go to the store right now, my guy. Let's get my guy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, you're gonna be T'Challa. You're gonna be Black Panther out. Now I'm getting you the necklace and all that shit, bro. Like, this is the first time for Halloween I was just like, I'm saving up. I'm saving up, bro. You going decked out. I'm not having you in anything less, bro. Like you
the finest vibranium. The finest. Bro, the music, the original score, beautifully done. The soundtrack produced by Kendrick with SZA and fucking oh my god.
Bro, that had me more hype for the movie than anything.
Come, fam. The only knock is the villain is the same thing as the hero. You got the same suit.
Yeah.
the same powers. That's the only knock I got.
But even that, I was like, hey,
his motive,
I was like, yes.
His motive, 100%. I can see why you mad. Black people out here struggling. Y'all over here living like kings and queens. Y'all know we struggling, but y'all holding on to this. Y'all don't want to. Yes, y'all don't want to get involved with shit. Okay, everybody, like this went as far back as you saw your other tribes and stuff being sold as slaves and getting sent away, but y'all hiding yourselves here in y'all bubble. Fuck y'all. I'm going to go help my black people. Now, the way he was going about it, kind of super militant, I ain't down with, but I understand his anger.
Yep.
The other plus that this got, we have watched and listened from the mountains. When M'Baku came down, I was like, I fucks with my man here, M'Baku.
Who would not keep his own father safe.
We will not have it. I said we will not have it. Man, this movie, I can watch this now. I could have easily moved this to number one, being that Chadwick passed away last year. You know, and nobody would say shit. Everybody be like, I understand where you're coming from.
I fucks with it, yeah.
I keep it here. I'm trying to be totally objective, but goddamn, if this movie does not have a special place in my heart, it is here at number 7 on my list.
Okay, I fucks with it. I fucks with it all the way. It was at number 8 previously. My number 7 right now is Thor Ragnarok.
I fucked with that.
This is the first Thor movie that I really fucked with. You know what I mean? Because it had my boo in there, Tessa Thompson. She was in the movie. You know. That's my boo. I gotta support the boo. She was in the movie. The Hulk was in the movie, and the way they brought him out was spectacular. They kind of got away from Loki, but Loki still played a part. I like to call back to the Avengers movie that they did with the whole how Hulk slammed Thor and Loki was like, yes, you know what I mean? I like that. I liked it. The movie was great. Hela was great in this movie. Mm-hmm. So
is that Claire Danes, right? Claire Danes?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, she was in this movie.
Excellent.
Very, very great. You know what I mean? So I fucked with Thor Ragnarok heavy. And the score for that movie was actually really good.
Woo! Come on, buddy. Come on. Now we starting to get into some shit where like the music plays a part, like certain scenes, certain thing. Like, because my next up at number 6 is Thor Ragnarok for the same reasons you said. I'm real big on when Marvel can mix their comedy with action and also progress the story of the Infinity Saga. Well done. The music right off the bat, Thor's in the chain talking to old buddy, and then he's just like, well, here comes my hammer now. And he's like, sorry, it takes a while. And then that dun 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 dun. I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
Going down.
Yeah. I like how that also tied into, like, it kind of reincorporated Doctor Strange into it. Doctor Strange's like, yo, what are you doing back on Earth? Get your ass the fuck up out of here. I'm trying to protect this realm, you know. And Hela shows up. He throws a Mjolnir. She grabs it, shatters it. I'm just like, oh, y'all got problems now. This hammer used to save your ass.
Powerful power. Yeah.
Now it ain't saving your ass, you know. So Tessa Thompson showing up. Introduction to the Valkyries. The tease of World War Hulk. The tease of it, not really giving it to us all the way, but the tease of it kind of is what further made me want to jump into the seat opening weekend. But it was very well done. The comedy was, bro, I laughed harder at this movie than at most movies that were geared to be comedies. My favorite part is where Tessa brings them in, or Valkyrie brings them in, Banner and Thor, and she has Loki tied up. And then Thor's like, you can't trust this dude. There was one time I was like 8, and he turned himself into a snake because he knew I love snakes. So I picked up the snake, and then he was like, it's me, Loki. And he stabbed me with a knife. I was just like, yo, what the fuck was y'all doing as kids? Like, yo, what the fuck is y'all doing? Yeah. Y'all stabbing each other at 8? Shit. But the part where they get everybody off of Asgard, Loki showing up, fighting alongside, like, there's small moments where I'm like, fuck yeah, Loki, like this is the shit y'all should have been. Brother and brother fighting, protecting your people and shit. But and then that was the movie that led us into Infinity War. So props for doing that as well. So Thor Ragnarok, number 6 for me.
Okay. My number 6 was my number 5. So please don't get mad at me for this. The Avengers at number
OG
6.
Avengers?
OG Avengers at number 6. It was a top 5 movie. But again, the first time we see them all come together, the first time that you see the scope of what the MCU can be. And listen, I was in Key West for this movie. And if you haven't been to Key West, there's only one movie theater in Key West. I camped out at this movie theater because I did not want to miss this movie. And the line was so long for this movie. I was like, I have to get in here opening night. I was there at 11. I was there at 11 o'clock on the Thursday, waiting to get into this movie, bro. Like, because I was so excited to see and it didn't let me down. I was glad I waited. It didn't let me down at all. I was so happy that I saw this movie when I saw it, because we had never seen anything like it before. You know what I mean? Like, and especially if you're a comic book reader, like just seeing it all come together, and then the team is finally together, and then you see Hulk smash, and then Hulk just goes out and just obliterates shit. Perfect reason for me to go to the movie theaters, bro. Perfect movie.
Yep.
So it's my number 6.
At number 5, I got Civil War, and the reason for. Now I'm like you, the comic story, the arc of Civil War, because you included mutants and stuff in there. Marvel was like, we want to do Civil War. We don't have mutants. How can we start? How can we tell this story without the mutant side? And using the events of Age of Ultron as the catalyst to the Civil War, besides using the actual reason people started hating super powered people in the comics, was brilliant. You were still able to get that conflict to happen with what you had available to you, Marvel, which was brilliantly done. The action in this movie was unlike, like I had no complaints about this movie at all. The introduction to T'Challa as Black Panther.
Yes.
Come on. You gave us, oh my God. That alone, in and of itself. I was there for it, for that alone. Yes. I ain't gonna hold you. As a black dude, I was like, oh, here we go. My man, T'Challa, let's get it. And they did not disappoint. They did not make him look like a little bitch. He went toe-to-toe with Winter Soldier after he done knocked the fuck out of Black Widow. He showed up. Winter Soldier was like, I can't fuck with him. I gotta run. I gotta get away. And T'Challa was like, not today. They got on that freeway. They was booking it. Captain America was sprinting at like 50 miles an hour. T'Challa was sprinting at 50 miles an hour. Bucky was on a bike. I was like, I'm here for all of this shit. The fight at the airport, the stance of, are we going to just do what the government wants us to do, be a hired gun? And Cap was like, nah, we got to be able to go and save the world wherever we got to save the world at, bro. That's our job. That whole conflict, the fight between Bucky, Captain America, and Tony Stark at the end, that was lit.
Oh my God. Lit.
The biggest plus I give it is probably like top 5 villains that I've seen on screen. Zemo. He had no superpowers, but was able to fuck up the
Avengers.
The Avengers to this extent. People were sleeping on him. People just went there.
Yes.
I'm just like, y'all don't understand what this man just did with no powers and the power of hate. This man utilized the power of hate so much
that he had them going against each other.
Yes. So they can feel what he felt. Loss.
Yep.
I was like, bro, well done, Civil War. Number 5 for me. Number 5.
All right, my number 5. Even though I haven't seen it yet, I'm going to put it at number 5. Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Listen, for all my avid comic book readers, for all the people who really stay in tune with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and is following it, listen, we just had WandaVision. We just had Loki, right?
Yep.
And now we have What If. This movie, I'm going to put it at number 5, even though I haven't seen it yet, because we've already been introduced to some heavy hitters in the MCU. And now that Marvel does have Venom, we have the Abomination, we have Kang the Conqueror. I think this next phase is going to involve the Kronos Corp. And if we get the Kronos Corp in this fucking phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, bro, if we get the Kronos Corp in this fucking phase, I am going to go ape shit because they are going to fucking wreck shit. And I am here for all of it. I am here for all of it. I am ready. I am primed and I am ready. Please give me what I want. Because
give it to me now.
Give it to me. Bro, like I asked this to the Saturday Night Nerds. I was like, is the Abomination teased for this movie? And like, as soon as they said, yeah, I was like, oh my God. Like, bro. And this movie, I think, I haven't seen it yet. So if this is the movie that I'm thinking it is, this movie is easily my number 1. I'm only putting it at number 5 because I haven't seen it yet. But if we are getting introductions to elders in this movie as well, bro, it is a wrap. It is a wrap. This movie is number 1 for me. So,
bro,
it's at number 5 now, but it has potential to be my number 1.
When you see it, just know September 25th, 2 weeks from now, the Saturday Night Nerds are going to do a roundtable and be talking about this movie, spoilers and everything. Okay. So y'all need to see it, and when you do, let us know, and we'll, because they want us to come in and talk about it too, man. Because this next phase of, oh my God, I don't want to get too hyped, and then Marvel fuck around and do some shit, which I don't think they will, because they've been in their bag outside of Black Widow. But I think again that was some shit they just had in their fucking bag, and it was just like, we just got to put this shit out somehow. The fact that Shang-Chi, like Black Widow, they're like, you can watch it in theater or Disney Plus. Shang-Chi comes out, they're like, theaters, bitch. Ain't no Disney Plus.
Only. Theaters only.
Ain't no premiere access. Ain't no
nothing.
Ain't no nut gay. Come see it in the big screen, nigga. Come see about us. That lets you know how much they knew that shit was the shit. You know what I'm saying? But damn, bro. Now, you do reserve the right to change your rankings if you go watch it and you just like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and change it back. So The fact that you have it at 5 on the faith of my testimony and the rest of the Saturday Night Nerds crew, thank you. That you have that much faith in our reviews. I appreciate it.
Yes, because this movie has a lot of potential in my eyes. Just the fact that Lifter was talking about it so heavy, I was like, okay, I need to see this movie. I really need to see this movie.
Yep. All right, now we in the top 4, my guy.
Yep.
We in the top 4. So number 4 for me, OG Avengers.
Okay.
Superhero movie 101. If you are looking to build up to a superhero group or a faction or whatever, look at how Marvel built themselves up to Avengers and do that. DC, okay. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
DC, look at me. DC, DC, pay attention.
Look at me.
What you did with Justice League, don't do that shit no more. Build like because I hear rumblings. I've seen some links. I read some articles. Y'all talk about some Young Justice shit. If y'all fuck around and fuck up Young Justice like y'all fucked up Justice League, I don't know if I can fucks with y'all no more. I'm just saying. Avengers is superhero movie 101. We had X-Men 1, 2, and 3 already by that point. We had Fantastic Four. We had all of these movies where it was like a team of superheroes coming together. I have never seen anything done as well as Avengers. When they were battling for New York and that camera was rotating around them and they were fighting the fucking aliens, and my man, bro, Captain, I still get goosebumps watching it. Iron Man is fighting. He comes down. He shoots his blaster at Captain America. He uses his shield to direct the laser of the fucking 360 and wipe the motherfuckers out. And I was just like, teamwork? This shit is what I'm talking. Like, when you come together as a team where you know the shit you can do, and they just kept that moving forward, where Thor would use his lightning to power up Tony Stark to overcharge so he could shoot a strong bro. That's the shit I'm talking about. Y'all got to come together like that. When you watch and follow X-Men and stuff, you're like, y'all should be fighting as a full-on team. Y'all got the whole danger room where y'all practice teamwork and combining your powers into epic combos and shit. Y'all were just like out there doing random shit. X-Men never gave me this shit. Like, y'all kept saying y'all were a team. X-Men never did anything as a team. My boys Avengers, they came through. I mean, you had the whole the beef in the beginning. Nobody wanted to fuck with one another. Coulson faked his death. You had the Hulk on there fighting Thor. You had Barton, who was brainwashed, came back. I mean, bro. Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God. I was deployed in IUD. We took a town pass or whatever. We were off. We went to the theater out there, saw it out there.
In that mall.
Oh yeah.
That mall was fucking amazing,
bro. I was just like, I think this is the best movie I've seen in my life. Like, I think I want to watch this movie immediately again. Like, when's the next show can I watch this? But we had to get back to base. Amazing movie. I cannot stress how great that movie is. Number 4, OG Avengers.
My number 4, this was a hard one for me because I feel some type of way about it. Number 4, Avengers Endgame.
Endgame? At 4?
Yes.
At
4.
Okay.
Now, there are some people that say Infinity War was better than Endgame. I, for the longest time, was not of that group. But I went back and watched it. And I'm shocked to say, bro, like, I kind of like Infinity War better. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I like the time travel. I like everything about the movie. I like that they set up the fact that Tony Stark was going to die in this movie. They set that up early, based on like he was like, please don't change anything. You know what I mean? Like, don't change anything. So I was part of the group that was like, I don't see how y'all could do it, but watching them again, I like Endgame better, bro. Not gonna hold you.
Oh, you like Infinity War better?
I'm sorry, Infinity War. My bad.
But let me just ask you this. The last 30 minutes of Endgame, last 30 minutes of Endgame, have you been as hyped in a theater watching any movie than the last 30 minutes of Endgame?
Not really. Not really. The last 30 minutes of that movie made that movie special for me in a lot of ways.
Okay.
On your left.
Oh!
Dog, that shit was legendary. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh! Oh! Bro, you want to talk about the whole theater lost their shit? The whole theater lost their shit, dog. Oh my! We'll talk.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I might have to reevaluate this.
No, don't.
I might have to reevaluate it.
You can just piggyback on when I bring it up. You can just piggyback on when I bring it up, bro. Because I ain't gonna hold you. Infinity War. It's like I can 100% buy the argument. Infinity War greater than Endgame, and Dante agrees with you. He's in the comment. Infinity War is better than Endgame for him. But number 3 for me is Infinity War.
Okay.
Because one, we kept getting teased about Thanos. We never seen how about it Thanos was until Infinity War. When the Hulk punched him and his boys was like, hey, let's go help
let
him.
him go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let him have fun, bro.
Let him have his fun. Oh, God. Oh, God. What was that? Was that like in the first 10 minutes of this fucking movie? You see the Hulk get hands put on him?
He put hands on Hulk, bro.
He beat the Hulk back into Banner. The Hulk did not go back out until Banner had to do some shit in Endgame to bring him the fuck back out. My man was hitting him with the skibbity paps, the family meal with the 6 biscuits and the 2 large sides. It wasn't a 2-piece and a biscuit. It was the bucket, the 12-piece mixed, the fucking 6 biscuits, the 2 large sides with the fucking gallon of sweet tea from Popeyes. It's what the Hulk got served up with. And I looked at Thanos like, he's going to be a problem throughout the movie.
Yes.
Throughout the movie, and he was. Let me also say the part where I got super hyped. There's 2 more parts. When Vision is getting rolled up on, and Wanda's trying to do her shit, whatever, and they fighting, and that subway goes by, and you see the silhouette of fucking bearded Cap. Let me tell you something. I always wanted a beard, but when Captain America was dressed in all black and had that beard, and old buddy threw that fucking alien scepter at his ass, and he just caught that hole like it was nothing, and him and Black, oh my God. I was like,
get you throwing at me.
What the fuck is you? Oh, you ain't heard about me? Oh, you thought I was off the grid for a minute. Oh, because I'm not. Oh, because I ain't got the shield. You trying to test me? You thought the shield was why I was about it.
I'm not man, Hope.
Nah. An alien weapon hurled by a buff, strong as fuck alien. Captain was like, "Oh, man, what the fuck is this shit? Yo, let's go!" And also, the battle at Wakanda. E-Bombay. Woo! Wakanda forever.
Yep.
Sprint. He's sprinting out there. Guess who right behind T'Challa? Full sprint. Captain America. My nigga. Out there. Track
On your
head.
left, bitch.
Bro, he was like, I want the action too. I want the action too. And oh my God. And last but not least, Thor rolling up with Stormbreaker. I was like, we got it. We made it, guys. We made it. It's okay, guys. Thor is here. And he showed up with that motherfucker. Game changer. Changed the game. Do the thing. Classic line. You should have went for the head. Bow. And then you end the movie like that, and everybody's sitting in their seat like, wait, they lost? It's over? We lost? That, I walked out of there like, bro, cinematic masterpiece. That is how I felt. Not knowing what was in store later on. But number 3 for me, Infinity War.
Okay. My number 3 is also Avengers Infinity War. Because if you know me, you know I'm a huge Thanos fan. And this was our introduction. We got to see Thanos in action. And like when what movie was that? Ultron? When Ultron ended, he was like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Oh,
like,
classic.
This was the best part. This is the best part of Ultron to me. I was like, we getting them. We getting them. And then Thor Ragnarok set it up to where they all escape. And then it was like the ship at the end credits of that one. And I was like, oh, they about to get fucked up. So when it happened and it came on, I was like, yes, my guy is finally here. You know what I mean? He is finally here. The only thing, even in Endgame, that I would have wanted a Thanos backstory, like, or some type of play on, because he was in love with death and why he wanted to kill so many people. You know what I mean? Like, he was literally in love with death. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they would have brought that out, or he had the Reality Stone have some type of physical embodiment of death, or Hela. You know what I mean? Like, because Thor Ragnarok came out right before Infinity War. You know what I mean? Like, Hela is the goddess of death, and he's in love with Hela or some shit. You could have played it like that. But that movie, for me, I was like, oh my God, yes. And he put hands on Hulk. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm probably about to watch that shit after we get done, man.
He put hands on Hulk. He wasn't bullshit with Hulk. They was like, nah, man, let him go. He's like, should we help him? Nah, fuck it. Let him go. Let him have his fun. And he beat the brakes off Banner. You know what I mean? He beat the brakes off the Hulk. He was like, hey, get back in Banner. Chill there. Don't come back out. And then Banner was trying to bring him back out. He was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Come out. No.
Bitch, you crazy.
No. Hulk rib hurt.
Yeah. He hurt my feelings. The man hurt me. No, I'm not coming. It was a great movie, man. That is my number 3.
And low key, let me just say, I know y'all know I don't fuck with Star-Lord because of his actions in this movie. But even because of his actions in this movie, look how high up it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't hate everything Star-Lord is in. So I mean, don't be coming at me like I just be, oh shit, who's that? Peter Quill? I hate it. I fucks with. I mean, he just had a real stupid decision. I felt he's the dumbest motherfucker in the team because of some shit like that. If you can't go mission first, like, hey man, like your girl dead, ain't shit you can do at this point, you know. you know you can't fuck with this dude by yourself.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna be mad. You took my girl, so now half the galaxy dies, or vanishes, whatever. Top 2 movies.
Top 2. We are here. I know Endgame is one of yours.
Oh, it is. Number 2, in fact. Number 2, in fact. I put masterpiece here because Endgame is only number 2 based on everything that came before it, and this is the sum of all the movies. You know what I'm saying? Because if this was a movie in and of itself, by itself, the first 80% of the movie is all exposition and explanation and time and all this other stuff. But I was willing to sit through that because this last 20% of this movie, my experience in a theater on opening weekend, I became the person that I hate in theaters that just yell and be hyped for shit, but it was fine because 100% of the rest of the theater was on that same energy. When that whoa, my God. First of all, when he sends Nebula to go get the fucking the gauntlet, she's like, "What are you gonna do?" He was like, "I'm gonna wait." And he just sat there waiting for the smoke of the Avengers. He sat on rocks with his fucking dual blades shoved in the ground, took his helmet off, just skipping fucking rocks or just doing whatever. And they showed up, and my man hit him with that motherfucking line. You couldn't live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. The balls of Thanos to know he had the hands to deal with the 3 strongest, not strongest because the Hulk is out there, the 3 most probably capable Avengers. Because he ain't even fucking worried about Hulk. He already pieced up Hulk. So he's just like, bro, I'm just waiting to fuck y'all up. And then my daughter finna bring this glove back. And then I'm about to just destroy everything. Like, y'all weren't cool with me just getting rid of half of motherfuckers for your benefit. Now I'm just going to erase the fuck out of all of y'all. Because y'all hard-headed. I was like, Thanos is on another level. And, you know, Thor had his fucking Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. And my man had Thor scared. He had that axe, and Thor was sitting there like, bro, it's over. That hammer started floating up. I was like, is Thor calling this shit to himself? Is he calling it with his other hand? That motherfucker slapped Thanos and came back. And You talk about that theater? Oh my God.
No!
Oh my God. You talking about a theater lit. Oh my God. That was me. Literal noise. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I stood up. The dude next to me stood up clapping. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. Like it was a football game. Oh my God. And he started picking them up with the fucking combo. My man started swinging that shit. Hit him up, bam. Hit him with that lightning weave combo. Struck him back down with it. I'm like, he using the hammer better than Thor using the hammer. He using the hammer better than Thor using the hammer. What is happening here?
Nah, bitch, give me the look. Give me my shit.
Yeah.
Take this shit.
But then when he got his, then Thanos got his feet under him. He was like, yeah, that was cute. You caught me off guard. I ain't gonna hold you, Cap. You caught me off guard. But that little vibranium shield ain't pop, 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 click, click. And Cap got up like everybody else fucked up. He got up. He had this gash on his arm. He tightened that shield on his arm. And he was like, I'm all that's left. I got to fight for the earth. You know, like if I die, I die. Hey, Cap.
Yep.
On your left. Tears, dude. Literally, like I'm not. Hey, y'all listening? Y'all watching? Y'all watching? This was a 39-year-old man in the theater. 38 at the time. I'm sorry. Tears. I don't even fuck with Falcon like that at this point. Because I'm like, this motherfucker just fly around with SMGs and pistols and shit. You ain't really doing shit to help. You just here. You know what I'm saying? That portal opened. When T'Challa came out, the theater was quiet. Everybody's like, oh. I yelled, Wakanda forever! And people repeated it. I was like, man, I'm that dude. Like, I was trying to hold it. Bro, I'm watching this shit. I'm watching this shit. Motherfucker. I'm watching it happen. T'Challa comes out with all of Wakanda behind him. It is right here in my throat. Wakanda Forever is right here. I'm just like, I don't want to ruin the movie for other people.
Fuck the people. Wakanda Forever.
When it came out, there was like a 2-second delay before the next person started letting Ebo Bay with the movie. Ebo Bay! I was like, yes, I'm with my family. I'm with people like me. We love this shit. I love all of you. Yes, we're all here. We're all here. We're all in tears. Let's go. And then Spider-Man comes out. I'm like, oh, it's my nigga Peter. He here too. We all here. The gang's all here. Everybody's here. Let's go. And then Peter Quill came out. And yo, real shit. Motherfuckers started booing. And I was like, yes, boo. I was like, I wanna come to every movie with you guys. You guys get me. You guys get me.
I love you. I love all of you.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. That and then Tony Stark obviously dying.
Oh my God.
To me, God. I was like, this is the end of the most amazing journey in cinematic history. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Let me tell you what the movie theater did when I went. So just like you, when Mjolnir came back and it was Captain America, boy, that movie theater went ape shit. They were like, oh my God, yes! Oh my God, he is worthy.
Yes.
He is worthy. We knew it. Oh my God. And then when On Your Left happened, when that happened, bro, I was in a perfect movie theater for this shit. Because everybody was it was like Cap. And then like you heard, oh my God. It's like, because everybody knew like he was gone. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. What the fuck? I was like, what the fuck?
The snap worked.
On Your Left. Oh my God, yes. Then that hole opened up, and then people started walking out, and then everybody was like, Wakanda! Wakanda! Nobody said forever. Like, people was just fucked up. Wakanda! We're here, and it was like when all that shit happened, and then like when all the women in the theater was going ape shit, like when Okoye and all of them teamed up. Oh, it was like they was going ape shit for that. Yeah, it was going ape shit for that, yeah. And then when Tony Stark died, like the theater went silent, so it was just like lit. Silent, and then you can hear it's just like people crying like a motherfucker in that theater. Like I'm looking at my daughter is like hard down crying because she's an Iron Man fan. She's hard down crying, like boo-hooing, bro. Like So I take the opportunity to be an asshole. I'll be like, "You all right?" She's like, "No, no, I'm not."
Are you good?
Yeah,
Right?
no, I'm totally not all right. Then somebody went to sleep in this fucking movie theater, bro. I don't know if they was high or what, but like in the midst of everybody crying while Tony Stark is dead, like somebody's snoring, and like you can hear sniffles and this one motherfucker snoring. I'm like, wake your ass up, bro. Like this movie is not bad. Yeah, you are trash, sir. you sir are trash.
Oh my god! But I walked out of Endgame smiling and satisfied, bro.
That was a good movie.
Because Apple had class, so we had to watch it Sunday. Because she was like, "Wait for me to watch it." I was like, "You wildin'? I'm watching it." I'll watch it twice. That's where I'm at. So the second time watching it with Apple, because she has no idea what the fuck she is in store for.
For real?
So we get to the part where the hammer floats up. She's watching it. This me looking at her. like reliving the first time experience through her. Like I'm still hyped. Like the theater isn't like it wasn't as live as it was when I saw it the day prior. Right. But people were still excited. And I'm just like looking at her and she's just like, oh, like she didn't have my energy. And I felt bad.
Right.
Like you didn't have the energy I had when I saw it yesterday. Like you gotta. And granted,
I need you hype. You ain't hype enough. Like
she ain't really into the comics and stuff or whatnot. Or like even when she watches the movie, like she don't come and research the movie and be like, "Who's that? What's the story behind this?" She's just like, "I'm just seeing the movie because I just see it as a continuation of shit." But like she liked it. But she didn't have the energy I had the day before. And I was expecting that from her. But it's cool because, I mean, she ain't gonna get it like I get it. She ain't a nerd on not a nerd, but she ain't on the shit like I am. But I was just glad that I was able to see it in a theater full of people to where, like, because I felt, bro, the level of bad I felt when Wakanda Forever came out of my mouth. I was like, bro, I'm the black dude that's yelling in the theater. They're gonna be like, shut your ass the fuck up.
What
bro,
is he doing?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm that guy now. But then they all fucked with it too, and I'm just like, yes, come on. But yeah, shit. But yeah, that's number two for me. That's number two for me. Endgame.
So I fucked up. And I got to figure out where I fucked up at, because I somehow have.
You did what you did because you started first.
Right.
So the next one should be your number one.
Okay, so this is my number one. All right, this is my number one.
And I already know what it is because apparently we have the same number one.
Yes, we do.
Because I have not heard you say that movie yet. But go ahead.
Yes, we do.
But go ahead.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Let's go! Let's go!
Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Bro, this movie, the plot, the setup, everything about this movie, fucking perfect. This is hands down the best Marvel movie. I don't see how anybody could disagree with this shit. Hands down, the best Marvel movie.
I 100% agree. The fact that, because I like thrillers, I like spy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Espionage, all that stuff, and that is what Winter Soldier was. Like when you found out Hydra is S.H.I.E.L.D. at that point, and like the fact that Captain America is willing to like, bro, this shit ain't right. I ain't behind this shit. I ain't behind this shit. You know, even though Nick Fury is like trying to sell him on this shit. You looking at Nick Fury like, bro, y'all fucking up. Like this shit ain't right. Then once Nick Fury got fucked up and he showed up in that thing, he was like, "Bro, you might have been right. Like, Shield ain't what you thought it was. Shield ain't what you thought it was." Fam, the fight scenes
in this movie.
Come on, let's fucking talk about it. Let's talk about the elevator scene in and of itself. That is,
bro. The elevator scene is so good in this movie. They do multiple callbacks to it. It's so fucking good, bro. It's so good. They do multiple callbacks to that one scene, and the fact that anytime anybody is in an elevator, like, because they did it on Loki too, when they went to the elevator, or they fought to the elevator, they have not been able to top that scene. That scene is so fucking legendary.
My man was like, "So before we start, does anyone want to get off?" He is in there with like 8 other dudes who want to fuck him.
Who he knows is Hydra agents. He's like, I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna fuck all y'all. Whoever's in this elevator is getting fucked up. So if you don't want to get fucked up, please have my sympathies. Get the fuck off the elevator right now.
Let's not even skip the intro part where he fights GSP. You know what I'm saying? Like, jumps down. Just jumps off a plane with no parachute. Jumps off the plane like, did he have a parachute? Nope. Cause he that nigga. Captain America is just that, like, the scene on the freeway where he fights Bucky. You know, the hand-to-hand with Bucky. That shit lit the fuck. Oh my gosh, bro. You can't, to me, that, like, I don't know. Bro, Captain America is just that dude. That movie was written well. The fact that it was just him and Black Widow and the introduction of Falcon, which everybody was like, you know what? I feel bad because, like, Falcon shows up and, like, us as Black people weren't super excited about Falcon. Like, we knew he was a Avenger.
He's a bomb.
Like, we didn't come out in droves to see this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't come out like, yeah, support Falcon. Yeah, like, it's just, I mean, you got wings and shit. Then the minute his wings didn't work, he's like, I'm grounded, Cap. You got to do it by yourself. Cap's like, fuck, man. I was planning on doing it anyway.
Bitch, I lapped you 10 times in 2 minutes. Of course I'm gonna do this shit by myself, bro. Of course.
Bro, the fight scenes, the story, the who, like, the twists and turns of it, the director Shield actually being the dude from Hydra.
Did we get Natasha Romanoff in this movie?
We did. We did. It was like, because she was paired up with him. So you had probably 2 of the, I don't want to say less super powered people of the Avengers, because Captain America is legit with the serum. But, like, Romanoff is just her knowledge of hand-to-hand combat and her agility and stuff like that. And then Falcon, a regular dude who just has the fucking jetpack. And Nick Fury. Like, them 4 took down SHIELD and Hydra, you know, and took down those carriers before they could eliminate 1/3 of the population of the world and all this other shit. So that, like, that movie, like, if it is not your top 1, from what I've seen, it's most people's in their top 3. I see Emperor King Will in here. He's like, he disagrees. So, Will, what's your number 1 MCU movie? If you still here, what's your number 1 MCU movie?
Who, Will? I'm curious.
Cause he hearing like that ain't it for me. He fall asleep every time Captain America on screen. You just need more rest, bro. Cause I don't see how you just falling asleep when that dude on the screen.
For real.
So you mean to tell me you slept at the end of Civil War when him, Bucky, and Iron Man were fighting? Cause you're like, oh, it's Captain America. I'm out of here. Sleep. You slept at the end of Endgame when he picked up the fucking Mjolnir and started fighting Thanos.
No,
you were asleep. You asleep, huh? You asleep, Will?
Don't lie to yourself.
Will? That's what you telling me?
Lying to us, I can respect, but lying
That's
to
all
yourself.
cap. That's cap, bro. No pun intended. That's cap. You lying. What's your number one movie, man? Nah, ain't no think about it. He talking about think about it. Nah.
Let
Write
us
the
know.
name of the movie. Right? What's that mean? What's that mean when that dude's like, I want it? Write the name of that movie. Put it in there. That's cool. It didn't impress you. What's your movie? What's your number one MCU movie?
Iron Man. Ladies and gentlemen, the episode 55 of the Smoke Pit is brought to you by.
That concludes today's episode of the Smoke Pit. Iron Man is your best MCU movie.
Sir.
Deontay, weigh in the comments real quick. We finna have y'all call. We finna have y'all patch in real quick and explain
For real,
this.
Sir. Iron Man.
This might be a 2-part episode.
For real, sir. Iron Man. Seriously, Iron Man.
Hold on. Let me copy this.
I think we both had Iron Man at the lower end of the top 10.
Yeah, I had it at 8. Number 8
Yeah,
overall.
I had it at horrible.
It's not a horrible movie, man. But it's
I mean,
not
to
as
have
good
it
as-
at number 1
yes.
over Endgame, at least over Endgame. Sir, this is
bro. You see the link? You see the link in the comments, man. Go ahead and
Please
jump
tap
in here, bro.
Please.
Deontay,
tap
feel free to join if you can as
in.
well.
See
Look,
that
my
I
man-
can respect. I can respect that.
Yeah, this here? Okay.
I can respect it. But Iron Man?
Infinity War was number 3 for me. So like anything in the top 5, to me, in my top 5, I'm like, I respect people just changing shit up and anything like that. Over anything, Iron Man is over anything Captain America.
Sir, please.
What's your beef with Captain America, bro?
What
Are you
is
mad
it?
that Chris Evans was the Human Torch in Fantastic Four? Is that why you mad at him?
He has to be.
And I understand that was a horrible decision by his agent and him. But I mean, he didn't know. He was like, bro, this is Marvel. You know, it's comic book shit. It should get money, right?
Iron Man was that guy, bro.
I need y'all to up here.
Ladies
we
and gentlemen,
go.
please welcome Emperor Will to the Smoke Pit.
I need y'all to up here. Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emperor Will to the Smoke Pit. I need y'all to up here.
yo, you got your volume on your
turn
video
your
up?
volume down, bro.
Volume. Yo, you got your volume on your
turn your volume down, bro.
This good?
The more I hear myself, the more I know I sound like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, if I hear myself in playback, I just sound like an asshole.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, we had to mute him real quick. Let's see. See if we still got the echo.
I accept that. Khan says I am an asshole. I accept that.
He says I am an asshole. Yeah, whenever you're ready, just unmute yourself, Will.
I accept that.
He says I am an asshole. Oh, it's still echoing. Whenever you're ready. What do you got the video playing back on?
I accept that.
He says I am an asshole. Oh, it's still echoing. Whenever you're ready. What do you got the video playing back on? Oh, it's still echoing. Whenever you're ready. What do you got the video playing back on? Oh, it's still echoing. Whenever you're ready. What do you got the video playing back on? Oh, yeah. I'm sitting there listening to myself like, ugh. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. So normally what it is, Will, if you're watching on your phone, just turn the volume down of the video on the phone, or or if it's if you're watching it on the laptop. Like I don't think like if you played it on the laptop, like it shouldn't echo back, right? Like just tap into the stream and then close out whatever you was watching the video on, whatever tab you had it up on. Just tap into the
This is why Iron Man is his best movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop it. Uh-oh, here we go. You there, Will?
Better?
Hey, here we go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this,
now I heard somebody said this is why Captain America is the best movie.
Hold on. Sir,
let me give you an introduction, sir.
Okay.
Calm down. He went straight for the gusto.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
One half of the founders of the Saturday Night Nerds, my man Emperor King Will D. Maben, jumping in here. Like I said, this is a crossover thing we're doing with the Saturday Night Nerds. So he decided to jump in here and defend
breaking all types of fourth wall.
Defend his choice of Iron Man being his number one MCU movie. So the floor is yours, sir. Go ahead.
I guess basically, I just like him as a hero. He's a sarcastic, wise, funny when you need him, intelligent, strong, overall needed. Captain America, one note.
What?
One note.
Is that not an...
No, guys, we gotta go by rules and regulations.
Let him
Guys,
have his fun.
you can't kill him.
Let him have his fun.
Continue. Don't do it. Cap, that was wrong. That was wrong, Iron Man. And you know it. Yeah, but my method would have got the job done. No, it's the American way. The right way. It's got him in a lot of messes. It's got him in a lot of messes. And it's just like, can we do without him? If it came down to it, do we need Captain America?
Hold on. So, you want me to believe that
I just don't like his do-good attitude.
The man played by the rules. He didn't kill nobody. He just sought justice in his own way. Right?
We got a lot of people killed.
Hey, collateral damage. All is fair. The man was fighting in a war.
But if we had done it a different way, maybe not so much collateral damage.
What different way are you talking?
So, all right. In the movie, like in Civil War, was okay. Help me out. Was Tony on the side that was like, you know what? Y'all don't need to. We need a
like we kind of need a leash. We need somebody to control us. Like
the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah.
Right. The Sokovia Accords.
Because there's more out there that's dangerous than other.
Okay.
Right. You know, sort of like an ID. Like, show me your ID. Okay, he's threat level. So just in case we get a phone call, hey, dude's going off the hinges again, threat level, we gotta calm him down, or we just gotta snuff him. Captain America is free. Hey, no. Freedom. Let him run around. Let him be free.
Okay.
But what if one day Magneto and Charles gets angry? at the government.
Okay, so we venturing
And
off into
go
the comic books.
No.
This is what
We talk about MCU movies, my guy. You talk about some other
No,
stuff.
I'm
talking
saying,
about
yeah,
comic
it
books.
could happen. It could happen in the MCU.
talking about-
I'm saying, what if it does?
Now we talk about everything that has been MCU canon right now. You talk about it can because now
but since you,
I'm saying that's what
did-
the war was over.
right.
That's what the
But
war was over.
since you did venture into this area of what ifs, right? So realistically,
Dude, I'm
what he
blind.
was fighting for was the identity of said superheroes. They have to identify themselves, which if certain individuals were identified, they can be targeted, hunted, and killed. This is what he was really fighting for, because he had lost friends to that battle because they were identified as having those types of powers. And those people were persecuted, hurt, or killed, and he did not like that. Being that those people didn't actually do anything, they just weren't identifying themselves. And once they got identified, they were targeted heavy. He was not against.
I understand.
He was saying they needed to go about it a different way, but the way they went about it and stayed on it, he was not with. Even in the MCU, he was against it because of that fact. It identified people who could be targeted and hunted, and he did not like the Sokovia Accords limiting them and what they were able to do to save people. He believed that they should take a more vigilante approach, which played out perfectly for the movie because you had people with him and you had people against them. Now, as far as Iron Man in this situation, in my opinion, was being a total fucking douchebag because he had money on the back end founding Stark Industries from government organizations, which played out in the movies. He was on the side of the government because it helped fund his organization, and he was able to move directly and get more money to fund these things. What, Matt?
So in the movie, I want to give Tony a little bit more credit as far as having money involved, because like speaking directly to the mother of the child who was killed in Sokovia based on the shit that they did.
Exactly.
He was the only one who got that interaction. So I can see why Tony's like, yo, we kind of be out here wilding. And based on what y'all did in Africa, blowing up that building, we probably should reel it back in.
Yeah.
Right.
We should be kind of under this accord to where the government can be like, this is something worthy of your intervention, or we'll take care of it. My side is I'm looking at Cap, like he did not just unveil Hydra being involved in the U.S. government
Right.
in the previous movie, Winter Soldier. So if you're just like, we'll just wait for the government to tell us what to do, like, bitch, the government was about to send 3 helicarriers up there to eliminate a third of the world's population that didn't agree with Hydra. So we can't be tied to one government or whatever government. We need to be able to find where shit is wrong. We go
and do after.
correct that. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is why
The man
Cap-
is speaking truth.
that's it.
He's speaking
So
truth.
hit Captain America.
Why you over there picking your nails like
Fits
The man is speaking truth.
Captain America.
the man is speaking truth?
Fits the ideology of a hero. And if we want to dabble into the comics, the minute they were having the Civil War and they looked like he was about to fucking destroy the civilians was like, fam, y'all are wilding. Look at what y'all did to our town. And he looked around, he was like, oh shit, I am wild. Arrest me, take me in. I'm in the wrong. I turned into a criminal. I overstepped.
And Tony was like,
Yep.
Yep.
Steve Rogers was like, hey, bro, I am wild. Take me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he realized that. So the fact that you can have somebody that strong on the verge of just turning the tides of, and then to realize, oh shit, I'm out of control. I'm in the wrong.
We got a whole Hulk.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. My man, he Captain America is Marvel's Superman. He is the dude everybody should look to when they're like, this is what a hero should be. This is what a hero should be. And every comic franchise has their front runner. This is he's probably not the fan favorite, but he is the poster boy for what a hero should be, you know? Because when you talk to Marvel back in the 90s, bro, probably about 90% of people's like, Wolverine's my dude. And Wolverine is not the idea of a you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wolverine is not the dude where you're like,
he should not be your poster boy.
Who do you want to be when you run? I want to be Wolverine. Like, that's not it. You know, you supposed to be like, I want to be America or Superman.
But if it was my son, I'd be like, you got the right idea. By any means necessary. You get that job done.
You know, like, it's so that is, I mean, to the reason you brought up, because as a hero, he relates to you more. I mean, that's the biggest big joker you can play. Like, now I can't come at you for you wanting to put Iron Man at number 1, because that's your boy. That's Tony Stark is your dude. The cockiness, the intelligence, to be able to be, I'm cocky because I know I'm right type shit. I respect that. So okay, I'll buy that. But what I won't buy is you talk about you falling asleep on Captain America. That was straight disrespectful and uncalled for, sir.
Disrespect to the highest order.
You didn't have to go that far, my guy. You had to go that far.
I'm sorry, man. I was being petty. What did you want me to say?
Real quick. Give us. Have you seen Shang Chi yet or not?
I've seen. Yeah.
Give us probably about five minutes. What you think? And
no spoiler.
Shoot. Yeah, not spoiler.
Like, yeah, I think it's a good movie, man. And I'm tired of people coming at it like it'll never be Black Panther. Stop trying to hold it to Black Panther standards. Of course, Black Panther is on its own pedestal. What are you talking about? Stop trying to do that with every movie, because it's not gonna happen. Shang Chi by itself is on its own pedestal. So we're talking about culture. These two are like the yin and yang of the culture, and they are doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I have no complaints about it. Like, I wish they could have did more. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think they hit the nail on the head. I think they did what they were supposed to do. Hey,
okay.
They brought their culture into it with not too much like, and not forgetting about where they at, the MCU. So MCU meets their culture and keeping it all by books, in the books. You know what I'm saying? So I love the final villain, the plot twist. They did some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
there it is.
I fucks with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, September 25th, we coming with the full reaction from my man Emperor King Will.
Yes,
and
sir.
Dante Straw Hat Poppy in the comments, Dante Lifter. Spoilers will be there September 25th. We talking about projections, what we think it's going to go. It's going to be a good conversation. So if you have not seen it and you want to kind of participate in this, bro, all you got to do is go to YouTube, probably type in Shang-Chi and origin of Shang-Chi, things of all that stuff, and you could probably start getting yourself prepared for this conversation we gonna have in 2 weeks about this movie.
Take some keynotes.
We giving y'all time to watch this movie. So when the 25th come and we come in here with these spoilers, I don't want to hear, oh, y'all ruining the movie.
I'm going tomorrow. So,
but I appreciate you tuning in, man. Tapping in with us,
All
Will.
right, bet.
Well, let's get
All
back to your shit, man. Be
All
easy,
right.
bro.
Laters. All right.
All right, man. So, with that being said, I knew this was gonna be a long episode. This is gonna have to be a two-parter.
Fuck
But
it, I liked it.
I did too, man. So that's where we standing at with this. Final shots and thoughts. What you got, Black?
So I want to send a couple of shout outs. So the first shout out is going to be for my classmate Farrell Miller. Today is her birthday, so happy birthday. She's also a Pitmaster, so all the Pitmasters wish her a happy birthday. She's growing older and wiser, so I know they back there drinking right now, so I hope y'all having fun. I hope y'all watching the show, so you can get this shout out and be happy for it. So happy birthday to Farrell. The other shout out I have is for Pitmaster Roy White, who runs Rev Gaming. He just hit the 600 follower mark. So shout out to you. If you haven't been watching him, watch him. He's approaching that level, man. So I'm really happy for what he's doing.
Is he on Twitch too, or just Facebook gaming?
Just Facebook for now. I think he does both, actually.
Okay.
But him and the Jimmy G Experience, they also they do a lot of Facebook streams, so that's where I mostly follow them and send them stars. But if you do have a gaming channel, man, let us know, because I do like to go in there for a time or two and just pass out stars. But hey, man, Farrell, when I said you're getting older is some cool shit. Embrace that. You getting older. A lot of us wasn't supposed to make it this far, so you know what? You older. You're older. You're better. I'm not gonna say older is a bad thing. It's not anymore, because the older I get, the more I'm like, shit. These check knees lights is coming on, and yours ain't came on yet. So enjoy that shit. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody. Yeah, it's been a cool time, man. So shout out to everybody doing your shit. If you are doing something, let us know. We'll be happy to support it. I'm always happy to support game night on Patreon. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern. So I'll try to do it. We'll be playing Black Card Revoked. The winner will get either a PS4 or PS Now subscription.
Oh, what?
Yeah. No, not a PS4.
Boy, PS4.
No. Fuck no, we ain't giving no PS4s away. We ain't there yet. Hey, subscribe to this Patreon though. If y'all subscribe to the Patreon, we might be able to give away a PS4 or a PS5. But no, I'm giving away a PS Now or Xbox Ultimate. One of those subscriptions will be given. So
okay.
Hell no, we ain't there yet.
I'm about to sign up with a fake account.
We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet.
I just joined up. Hopefully, I can win this PS4.
I heard about you guys.
I follow and subscribe, and I support you guys. I bought some merch. Wearing them glasses with the fake nose and the mustache. Like, Will, get your punk ass off
Get
this
your
guy.
ass off of here.
Hopefully I can get this PS4, huh?
No, we're giving away a PS Now or Xbox Ultimate. It's one of the two.
Nice.
And that'll be strictly off the winner's preference if you play PS4 or Xbox, or PS5 and Xbox Series X. The subscription is there for you. So
nice. Only thing I got is I just appreciate you guys, man. Rolling with us, supporting us, sharing, streaming the audio on Spotify or wherever you're streaming stuff at. I just appreciate you guys. And if you're listening, you want to join the group and the video and the live discussion, follow us on YouTube, That Feeling Podcast Network, or over here on Facebook. You can join the SmokePit Podcast fan group. Just join up, answer some questions, and you in the group. You can see all this good stuff and participate in the daily shenanigans that happen in the group.
Yes.
But yeah, the real perks are over in the Patreon. At the end of this month, we'll be doing our Patreon $100 giveaway. So just make sure if you want to be a part of that, jump in. Because holidays is coming. Holidays is coming. You want this money?
Hell yeah.
We're going to throw some money your way. So it's just us giving back what we can at the moment to our Patreons and appreciating their support. We also have these SmokePit OCP patches. We got about 35 of them left. For anybody wanting them, just reach out, let us know, and we'll tell you how to get the money to us, and we'll get the address and send you away. But other than that, man, I just want to let y'all know that I really appreciate you guys fucking with us, rolling with us, rocking with us, all that good stuff from day one till now. It's a slow grow, but we growing, and we appreciate you guys staying there. So thanks.
Yep.
Cool. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Smoke Pit episode 55 on a Saturday night. Shout out again to the Saturday Night Nerds for clearing their schedule, letting us come out here and be nerds.
Yep.
Again, you'll be able to hear this on our podcast network, DFPN. We're also going to share this over there with the Saturday Night Nerds because this is their shit too, the Nerd Talk shit. So, without further ado, I am the homie Mac, aka your boy.
And I am bred like a king, made us Kelvin Kaylee. Thank you for tuning in to Smoke Pit episode 55. Come back next week. We'll be here rocking with it. Until then, have love, make sex. Peace.
Peace.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Makk, welcome to the Smoke Pit.